Hello everyone, this is 9th class ICT lesson. Today's topic is function and formulas with Excel. We are going to learn and apply Excel functions and formulas. Alright, let's open our activity book. Our topics are understanding functions and formulas, reference style, write formula, operators in Excel formulas, simple functions, sum, average, count, maximum, minimum, and product. Okay, first, let's learn how to write a reference. The first one, the cell in column A and row 10. So let's open our file. So we want to select A10. So these characters are showing represent or column. These numbers are showing or represent rows. Okay, A10 is A is this, 10 is this. So intersection of this A and 10 we call cell. Reference is A10. So how can we understand what's this cell name or a reference of this cell? We can see from the name box. So it's written here A10. If we select, for example, here, this area is D5. So from name box we can see it. So or we can, if we select here, so we see that this column is now black and this number 9 is black. So intersection of this we have the cell. Alright, let's come to another one. So the range of cells in row 1, range of, it says the not cell, range. 1 and columns A throughout E. So we need to select 5 cells. So A1 to E1. Alright, let's come to here, A1. So A1 here, E1 here. So we need to select between these cells. How can we select? We can click and move our mouse from left to right. So I click it and move to right side. So now it is A1 to E1. Or you just click the A1, press shift and press the right arrow on your keyboard. So you can select one by one your cell. So we select A1 to E1. Alright. So another one, the range, again range of the cells in columns A throughout E and rows 1 throughout 5. So A1, it means that A1 to E1. So again we selecting range. So now A1 to E1. Now we need to select A1 to E5, sorry, E5. So we can use our mouse and select like this. So its start point is A1, end point is E5. Okay, or we can click the A1 and use shift, press shift on your keyboard and press right arrow, select until E1. And now I'm still pressing shift. I didn't release it. I'm pressing on my keyboard down arrow button. So I am coming E3, E4 and E5. So now I select this area. Or I can show here in this cell this area with equal A1 and column E5. So you see it's automatically color this area. So this area A1 to E5 is this blue rectangle area. Okay, so let's delete it and come to our PDF. So another one, all cells in row 5. It says all cells. So we need to select all cells in row 5. So where is row 5? Row 5 is here. So how can we select all the cells on row 5? We need to come on this number with our mouse pointer. So our mouse pointer become black arrow, but it's directing to right side. So and it's filled with black color. So when you click one time, it select all cells. Let's scroll right, and you see it's all rows are selected. Let's come back, scroll back. Okay, so let's see another one. All cells between rows 5 to 10. So all cells between rows 5 to 10. So rows 5, rows 5 here, so to 10. All right, so what we need to do, we cannot make it like this. We need to come over the number, make a one click, and click and not release it, and move your mouse until 10. So we select all cells between row 5 to row 10. Okay, let's go to another one. All cells in column H, this time column, not row, column H. So let's open our Excel file. Column H, we come to here. Again, we coming the character, and our mouse pointer become black filled a row, but this time it's showing down. Okay, so this time is different mouse pointer, this time is different, you can see. So make a one click, single click, similar with row, we select all these cells. All right, so another one, all cells between columns H to J, H to J. So again, similar with rows, H, I just make a click and move my mouse to J until J, so it will select all cells H to J. All right, so okay, so let's come to example. Before come to example, let's come to here. So we know that how to select the cell, how to see what is the cell name or reference of the cell. All right, and reference style, we can select one cell, or we can select some area, or we can select all row or all column, or some all cells between some columns, or all cells between some rows. All right, so how to write a formula and operators in Excel file. So let's come to here. So we have some operators: plus, minus, division, this slash is division, this asterisk is multiplication, percentage, and the power. So we can write formulas like this. We should start with equal and write our calculation. 3 plus 2, 3 minus 2, 3 division 2, 3 times 2, okay, like this. Or we can write this number A1 on cell A1 to 6, B1 to 4, and make calculation with reference A1 plus B1. So A1 represent now 6, B1 represent now 4. Okay, so inside B1 we have 4, inside A1 we have 6. So we can make addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, all math calculations. Okay, let's come to our file. Let's do first A1 6, A1 is here 6, B1 is 4. Okay, we want to see result on C1. So we want to first write direct the numbers. Okay, so first we need to start with equal. When we write equal, you see in this area we say formula bar. We see same calculations or formulas, okay, or functions. So we want to make sum of 3 plus 6, okay. So we see similar here. When we press enter on C1, we see the result, but in fx or formula bar, we see the calculation or formulas or functions. But here we see the result. Here we see data. We have data here. Here we have result, but in formula bar we have calculation. All right. So let's see on D1, A1 plus B1. All right. So we start again. Equal, write A1. When I write reference, it now rectangles. So plus B1. I am not writing with my keyboard B1. I am just make a single click with my mouse. So it automatically write here address of this cell. So it's also rectangle with different color. So A1 plus B1. So capitalized or not important, okay? So I'm pressing enter. So here I see the result, but here I see my calculation, my function or formula. All right. So let's write here A1 minus B1 equal. I click A1 minus B1, enter. So it is 2. Result is 2. Let's this time use asterisk. Now asterisk means multiplication. So 24. So let's use division slash make division. Okay, these are single calculations. Okay, let's see another example. I have already prepared some file for you. Let's open it. So what we have here, we have one table here. So we have some brands, HP, Samsung, Toshiba, LG, Sony. And we have the parts, monitor, CPU, hard disk RAM, VGA. So, and here we have brands, monitor price, CPU price, hard disk price, RAM price, and other parts prices. So what we need to calculate here, we need to calculate sum of the parts. Here part price and tax of that price and total price. And here average of the parts price, each of them, and maximum price of monitor, CPU, hard disk RAM, or minimum price of monitor, CPU, hard disk RAM. Okay, let's come. So how can we make a sum? We can write like this, equal which references we want to make sum, monitor, right? Monitor, HP monitor. So C5. So I just click and plus. I just click, directly it's written, plus this number, plus this number, plus last number. I cannot click. You can write directly G5. Enter. So it is $324. So this is a long way. You can write the cell names like this, one by one. Or let's come here, equal. This time C6, right? So I can use function for it. Which function? Sum function. Sum. Open parenthesis. So I can write individual cell addresses or references one by one like this I wrote here, or I can show with area. How which area? C6, and colon G, so G6, right? G6. So you see here, it select automatically area. So its start point is C6, end point is G6. Okay. So I'm closing the parenthesis, press enter. So now I have result. So I don't need to write for every brand for these calculations or these functions. So what I need to do is I just click, I want to apply this calculation method to other cells. So I click this cell and here I see blue rectangle or black rectangle on your computer. Okay, so when I move my mouse on it, my mouse pointer become black plus. I just click it and scroll down, move your mouse downside, then it applies to other cell. So let's see if it is correct or not. When I click here, the reference is C6 to G6, but for this cell, it should be C9 to to G9, right? I just click it and see C9 to G9. Okay, so it is correct calculation. All right. If I change the number, for example, let's make it $56, press enter. So you see result is changing. Okay, let's say that HP is now become $70. Press enter, so we see result is changing automatically. Okay, so tax, how to calculate tax? Equal, we always start with equal, so we should take 20% of this number. Okay, so how can I take 20% of this number? I select this H5, I can make it asterisk multiplication icon and multiply with 0.2. It means that 20% of this number, right? So enter. So it is 65. And I want to apply this to others. Okay, and click it and scroll down. You move your mouse downside and it applies to other cells. So total price is equal this number plus, where is our plus this number. Enter, click it and apply to other cells. Okay, we found sum, tax, and total price. Alright, so we need to calculate average of these numbers, and we want to write here. So how can we write average? We can write like this, equal this number plus this number plus this number plus this number plus this number. Okay, so sum of these numbers and divide how many brands we have, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we divide them to 5. Press enter. But we have wrong result because average of this number shouldn't be bigger than maximum this number, right? So but it is 500, maximum number here 150, so it shouldn't be bigger than this number. So what we have, what is the problem? Problem is, so this calculation method is dividing this C9 is this number to 5 and add this result to other sum. So we should divide these calculations. We have two calculations here, sum and divide, right? So we should make sum of these all numbers. After that, divide them to 5. So we should write, we should use parentheses like on math, right? So we open parentheses and close here. So this is making sum of these numbers, this reference, and divide all this sum to 5, correct? So press enter. So now it's not bigger than 150, right? So maximum price. Okay, so we can calculate average like this, or let's come to here, equal, we can use average. So here we can see we have average, maximum, minimum, and others, right? So sorry. Okay, so equal average. Average, which number? Open parenthesis. We can write all numbers one by one, or we just click and select the area, D5 to D9. Close the parenthesis, press enter. So this is average of this number. Just click it and, select this, click and apply to other cells. Okay, average. Now the maximum price. I'm coming here and select maximum. Maximum, which we look in maximum number between C5 to C9, right? So here I can delete this. I can select with my mouse like this, C5 to C5 column C9. So maximum is 150. Let's change this to 180. So now my maximum is changed. Okay, so minimum equal minimum, you can write like this, open parenthesis, and select the area you look in the minimum number, C5 to C9, close the parenthesis, press enter. Okay, so you calculate maximum and minimum of the monitor price. So let's apply this to other parts. Let's come here, this rectangle, blue rectangle, over it, make black plus, and click and move to until last cell. Alright, so I want to apply also this minimum. Click, and click and move your mouse until last cell. I could complete it. Okay, so minimum number here 59, so 59 is minimum price. Here we have minimum price is 13, here maximum is 411. Okay, so we see here maximum and minimum price. Okay, how many cells we have here? 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 until here. 8 times 5, 40, right? So we have 40 cell here. We have 40 cell here. So I want to calculate how many numbers I have inside this table, all table. So let's write count. Okay, so I want to count how many numbers I have here. I come to here again, count numbers. So count between where? My table is starting from B3, right? So I can select with my mouse pointer like this, wall table, or I can write B3 column J13. So J13 is ending here. So start point is B3, end point is J13. So inside this table, how many numbers I have? I have 64 numbers. So these are 64 numbers. Okay, let's, this is RAM now. It is text, right? Not number. Let's make it number, 90. Press enter. Now I have 65. Okay, let's come back. RAM now 64. So it's now decreased again. Okay, so what we learn now, we have here table. We know how to calculate sum of cells with writing their reference, or we can use sum function and write the area of cells which we want to make sum, and we calculate tax of this price, and we calculate total price, and downside we calculate average of the parts, maximum price of the parts, minimum price of the parts, and we calculate how many numbers we have in this table. Okay, so what should you do? Alright, so you should complete this. Alright, write the formula sum, average, product, maximum, minimum, count functions for the cells A1 to A6. So A1 is here, A6 is here. Okay, so you should write sum of these numbers, average of these numbers, product of these numbers, minimum, maximum, and count. So you should write here your functions. And here, next one, so you should use this table. Again, you should create this table. And average salary, you should write average salary, total salary, maximum salary, minimum salary, how many employees. How many employees you have here. So you should count. And you should write these equations, this area. Okay, so these are your homework from activity book. Okay, that's all for today. See you next time. Take care of yourself.